When planning your warm-ups and cooldowns, it's best to remember, again, warm-ups build up activity, cooldowns build down. For your warm-ups, you want to incorporate something like that walk that we demonstrated earlier, and this is probably the best place to incorporate your dynamic stretches. These are stretches that will help build up both strength and muscle tone, which is highly, highly important for increasing athletic performance and general health and longevity, right? For your cool downs, you will want to focus on your static stretches and any activities that are more calming and get the body ready to do the next thing that is different, right? So you're going from practice to an evening and you want to be more relaxed. So you won't be doing a whole bunch of jumping jacks as part of your cool down. You'll be doing a light walk and some simple static stretches like we have demonstrated here today. Some good differences to notice between warm-ups and cooldowns is that cooldowns should generally leave your body in a more relaxed state. That means for your cooldowns, you'll want to try to do less activity as they go on, maybe end with your static or dynamic stretches so that the athletes participating are more relaxed upon finishing. We know from research that stretching does actually relax an individual. Your warm-ups, on the other hand, should do the opposite. You want to be more engaged by the time you finish. You want your heart rate a little bit up, and you want your body primed for the activity, exercise, or sport, which you are about to partake in. Also important to consider for warm-up and cool-down planning is your athlete's mood. Warm-ups and cool-downs should also prime your athlete's emotional and headspace as well as their physical body. A warm-up should leave an athlete more pumped, ready to go, participate in their activity that they're about to do, wanting to participate in the activity that they're about to do. A cool-down, on the other hand, should leave an athlete perhaps a little bit more, again, relaxed. That's a very key part of cool-downs. And ready for the next thing. They have already started to transition out of that active headspace that they were in and are getting ready to perhaps do something more calming or that requires them to be a little bit less active. So some really, really, really good behaviors to incorporate into your warm-ups and cool-downs that do this. For a warm-up, anything that requires more jumping, more movement, more dynamic, back to the dynamic stretches and dynamic movements. And for a cool down, anything that requires slower controlled movements, slower controlled breathing, and standing or sitting still for smaller periods of time, right?